beautiful day today, and unfortunately I have to spend it mostly inside. That sun beaming through there. Beautiful. Pretty sky, pretty sunset. Too bad I missed it today. There was just the most insane sunset over there. It was so bright, and of course I was driving, so I missed it. Oh well, you can kind of see the remnants through that building there. Welcome back to Listen, I Have an Idea. Today is day 5 of November. The month is starting to fly. To be honest though, today feels kind of like what day 15 normally feels like in other nanos, where I'm starting to feel the burnout and like the lack of inspiration for writing. Doesn't mean we're not going to get words done today. We're just not going to do a lot. I'm not going to lie. Today was a busy one. It's currently 9:48 p.m. and I'm finally sitting down to write today. That's why we're not going to be getting lots of writing done. Oh well. The drink of choice, which this is my second coffee of NaNoWriMo, is in my Dublin Starbucks mug. This is actually one of the Nescafe mocha packs that I picked up while I was in Dublin last year. I gotta get drinking them because they're gonna expire soon, but it's a honeycomb arrow bar situation. I figured since I like to show off my collection of Starbucks mugs, I normally don't like to get the Was Here mugs. I normally try to get the more interesting ones. For instance, my favorite one, which needs to be washed, is the one from the original Starbucks in Seattle, Washington, Pike Place Market. My sister got this mug, and while technically it's still hers, it's my absolute favorite. One day I will go there and I will get one for myself because the color matches my shirt, the brown, I love it. It's iconic. The other ones that I've been collecting, which technically are from the Was Here series, are the little guys. They're the Christmas ornaments, but they're perfect espresso cups. So I have one from Scotland and one from England. And then most recently, I picked up another one on my travels this summer. This one is a US of A one. I got it when I went to Nashville. I went to Nashville for the first time this summer. They didn't have any fun ones other than just this style Nashville one, so I got the tiny little one, and it's red on the inside. We love it. Enough about the Starbucks mugs. Let's get into today's writing. As I said, I don't have much motivation to do any writing today, so we are just going to pick right back up where we left off 2 days ago, and I'm going to continue plotting the story that I started, which is a murder mystery young adult ghost series. I have another idea for the next couple of chapters, and I think I can get 1,500, the 1,600 words out of that. And that's it for today. I have an incredibly busy week professionally, so we're not going to be doing too much of the writing. This weekend though, things will change. We'll get some more words on the page, and I'm hoping that by the end of this week, we will be kind of close to that 30,000, maybe 35,000 goal. Small goals, one day at a time. That's how we're doing it. Without further ado, let's get writing. For 10:33, a little over an hour of writing, I think 1,800 words is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, but I just realized we are so close. You know what? I'm going to do a really quick sprint. We're going to get that to 15,000 and then we'll be done for the day. 10:45. I ended up writing a lot more than I thought I was going to. As you can see, we have hit that 15,000 goal. And we are over 2,200 for the day. I just had an idea that I had to roll with it because when you know the idea's hit, we got to get them down. I have another sleepy puppy today. She has been such a good helper, helping me write, just lying here, doing nothing other than being cute. And that's okay because that's what we want, right, Liz? Yes. Let's get these words down. 2237 is where we are at for the day, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. There we go. We see our 15,000 words here. Our line is creeping up perfectly. And I think we are at the day 9 goal. Yes, that's right. November 9th is the 15,000 word goal. We are 4 days ahead. Guys, we are chugging along and we are doing well. Today's writing went so much better than I thought it was going to. I jumped back in. I plotted chapter 6, 7, and part of 8, and I think it's going really well. One thing I wanted to make certain in this particular story is there's not a lot of dark scenes. I don't want there to be a lot of high stakes, anxiety inducing moments. I'm not a big fan of that when I read it. That's just personal preference because I like the romance genre a lot more. But because it's set to a young adult audience, I don't want them to feel scared when they're reading it. The only thing I do want to make sure though is at the end of most chapters, there is some kind of cliffhanger. I've talked about this already this month, but that is what I'm working towards with this particular goal. Chapter 6 and 7, no exception. High stakes. This is where we're really starting to find out a lot more about the characters. We are laying those bricks in the foundation so that later on in the novel, we have such a really great payoff for some of the plot twists and the surprises that are going to come. This is where we are introducing them, is obviously at the beginning, but the closer that we get towards that chapter 10, chapter 15, that's where we're really going to start finding out more, the juicy bits of the story. Chapter 8, I had just started planning when I decided I was done for the day, and as you saw, we were so close to 15,000, I just had to hit it, and I had an idea that I just needed to run with, and it's so juicy and sweet, and I just need to finish that idea. Now that it's done, chapter 8 is not completely planned, but now that I have it on the page, I at least have a better vision for where the rest of the chapter can go. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about your guys' amazing emojis that you left in the comments of yesterday's video. I just don't have a lot of time to edit tonight, so I'm going to hold off on that for tomorrow. In the meantime, I wanted to address something which nobody's asked, but I figured I would be more upfront about it, and that is, will I be going to any local NaNoWriMo write-ins this year? The answer is no. And not because I am too busy to go or my schedule doesn't align with it. Surprisingly enough, the 2 MLs, the municipal liaisons who are volunteers for the NaNoWriMo program, they arrange everything, they coordinate it, they plan the functions, they invite everybody, they run the Discord forums, the Facebook pages, all of that. They both stepped down this year, which is really surprising, but also not surprising. I don't know a whole lot about it, but there was a lot of drama in the NaNoWriMo community. The back end, the actual program itself had a lot to do with forums and things that I personally was not a part of. I don't usually frequent the NaNoWriMo forums during the event or any time other in the year. But the 2 municipal liaisons did have big issues with how the NaNoWriMo head people took care of those situations, and they decided it was in their best interest to step down. As far as I'm aware, nobody has stepped up in my local area. I personally will not be stepping up because that is so much added stress for November, and I don't feel like I would be able to do a good enough job for my local community. Due to their decision, there is no local writing groups that are focused around NaNoWriMo. I am sure that some of the people in the writing groups are still getting together and doing stuff personally. I just have no time to be able to make it to any of their writing events. Also, a lot of the people in the group were a little bit older. They're my age or a lot older than me. They have a lot of other commitments that they are partaking in. So unfortunately, that chapter of my NaNoWriMo experience has come to a close. I'm sure in the future there will be some other meetups or some other people will step up to the plate and continue on. But yep, it is a sad fact that we are facing this year. That's why I enjoy making these videos and sharing with you guys, because I have an online community that I get to share my experience with. I don't know anybody in my real personal life that's also partaking in this challenge. They're not really writers. Only a couple are readers, but this isn't something that they're wanting to do at all. So to be able to share my experience with you guys has been absolutely wonderful, not only for this year, but all of the other previous years that I have done it. The other issue that I have with NaNoWriMo this year, which is so little and so petty, is that they didn't announce a theme for this year's NaNoWriMo. I have been scouring the internet because I like to align the aesthetics of my thumbnails for the YouTube videos and the end slate video cards. I like to align it with the theme of the NaNoWriMo event. And this year I couldn't find anything. Maybe there is something online, but honestly, I don't know. So I went with the green theme, keeping with this neutral look that we have going on. I thought it would be fun, but small beef, but I'm just slightly disappointed there isn't some really awesome fan art for NaNoWriMo this year. Today's question of the day has to do with local write-ins. Are you guys partaking in any local NaNoWriMo write-ins, meeting up with any writing groups, any communities? I am so curious. I love the experience of writing with people, especially in a cafe. It is just so special being able to share those moments. So I am curious, are you guys doing anything, meeting up with people? Please let me know in the comments down below. And hopefully, if you are, you guys are having a really great time. That's going to be it for me today. We got a lot more words done than I was hoping for, so I am in a great mood. Tomorrow, we're going to try to aim for the same thing. If not, we're just at least going to get some words on the page. All right, thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow, and until then, happy writing. Bye. If you've watched this far, I would like to show you something we will be doing next week when I have a little bit more time. I saw this at the grocery store, the Asian grocery store, and I thought it would be perfect. This is just a little sneak peek. You will see it more later this week.